Hi everyone, Jamie here. Thank you for watching today. So this is part 2, a follow-on video from the Showstopper card. So we're making the envelope gift box to house that card. I think it looks really lovely. Got some gorgeous detail with this filigree sort of style frame, the aperture that you can sort of see the stilettos poking through, the embossed white cardstock there, and those gorgeous cluster of flowers. So really simple construction. The only die that I've used is for this outer frame. So you don't necessarily need dies for this, and you don't have to cut the aperture. You could decorate with some pattern paper, and this would work equally as well as a gift box rather than an envelope box. So let's get started. This is a follow-on video, so I'm not going to go through all the products I've used. I'm just going to link the previous video just in the top right hand corner here and go through the additional products that I've used. So it's just the Card Making Magic A2 Elegant Nestables. So I've used this really nice frame here and this die. So I'm using this sort of rectangle die as my guide to cut the aperture on the front of the gift box. So just set those to one side a moment and give you the measurements. So for the base you need a piece of 9 1/4 by 9 3/4, and you're going to score at 1 on all 4 sides. So just rotate your cardstock and score at 1. Then for the lid, this is 1/8 of an inch larger on each side. So this is 9 3/8 by 9 7/8. And again, we're going to score at 1 on all 4 sides. So this is how I like to make my box envelopes. I start with the size of the card, measure it, then create the base, and then I go 1/8 of an inch larger for the lid to give that the extra sort of gap that it needs. So we're going to work on the base first of all. Really simple. Just fold and burnish along the score lines. The construction for the lid and the base will be the same. So I'll go through the construction with this. We'll do the additional elements to the lid and put it all together then. So once you've folded and burnished along the score lines, just work along any edge, and I'm just going to cut up to that first score line. Like so, just to create those 2 tabs. Cut a little wedge into the square just to remove any bulk. Like so. And then rotate to the opposite side and do exactly the same. Next, just work your way around and add some quick grab glue to each of the tabs. And then bring the sides off, and square off that edge there, just like so. And then just work your way around, doing the same on all 4 corners. I've got some blue cardstock just to go in the base there. This is completely optional. Just give you the measurement of this. So it's 7 1/8 by 7 5/8. I'm just going to add some Clar glue and attach that in the bottom. So set that to one side and we'll work on the lid now. So bringing in the A2 Elegant Nestables, I've got this die here. I've placed it in the centre of this inner square here, so ignore the 1-inch score lines around the outside, and I'm just placing that in the centre and I drew around it. This piece is too large to fit in a die cutting machine, so that's why I've drawn around the outside of the die. And then I'm just going to manually cut this out. So if you don't have a die cutter machine, then this is an alternative way to make your box lids. So there's my aperture, and I've used the frame die and this die here to cut this really nice filigree frame, which is just going to sit over the outside of this aperture. So I've already attached some acetate to it. So I just trimmed it down to fit within that frame size, and then that's going to sit over the front like so. So ideally I would use red tape in this situation, but I've run out, so I'm using some wet glue. And I'm going to use this on the frame sort of element to attach that to my cardstock. And then we're going to construct this in the same way as we did with the base. So fold and burnish along your score lines, cut up the sides to create those tabs, then attach them together. I'm just going to bring in a circle punch and just create a finger pull on the sides there. So I'll just pop you on high speed now while I do the same construction on the lid. So I've just brought in the card, folded it down flat and popped that inside. The lid's going to go over the top like so, and I'm just going to bring in the additional elements that I prepared off camera. I think I'm going to do it this side. Just going to add some flowers and some foliage. Something like so, just to finish off the decoration on that, and then that will all match nicely. As I said in my previous video, I've got a personalized message that I want to attach to the card, so I'm doing that off camera. But as you can see, this gorgeous, it could be used as a gift box. You know, you could wrap maybe a book or a photo frame or something in some tissue paper that will fit nicely just inside like so. So I'll come back to you once I've attached everything and I can show you the final or the finished gift box. So there's the final envelope gift box. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Just love these colours together. Got the blue and the silver, and you can see the stilettos peeking through that aperture there. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video from me. If you have, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, maybe you want to consider subscribing to the channel. Lots of different tutorials. I have been a bit absent recently, but I hope you're enjoying the content from me, and I'm going to start to get back into a sort of a normal schedule. It's probably going to be 2 videos a week, maybe Tuesday and a Thursday. So if you're subscribed, then obviously you get the notifications when a new video is uploaded. As usual, any products used will be listed in the description box below. Have a lovely crafty day, and I'll see you in the next one.